Hi everyone, I have thought I would show you a little idea I had to colour in this skull. It is from the Miniature Enchanted Forest. I'm sorry my camera's at a bit of an odd angle, it's just that I need the book really close to me so that I can see all the little details from this book, and so I had to angle my camera a bit or else it would be too far away and I wouldn't be able to see it. So I was thinking about colouring this skull in a sort of Halloween-y type theme colours, just because we're coming up fairly soon to Halloween, and I've got all these ideas about sort of Halloween and autumnal colouring and things, and I thought it would just be a bit of fun. I was going to show you something a little bit different today. Now, I'm not very confident with using pens, but this is a lot of small detail, so I thought pens might be the way to go. So I was just going to have a little go, and I picked out what I thought were Halloween-y colours. I did pick out some really not the yellow, those, but they're all quite dark, so I picked out a couple of other ones to go with it. I thought I would just start and show you a few ideas, and then I'll finish it and show you the finished picture. I'm not going to colour the whole thing on camera. Now, these are Staedtler Fineliner Pens. I don't know if I can hold it closer. I think it's going to go too blurred and it's going to blind you from the light. And I have got a few different shades of green, but I thought this bluey green would be quite nice for Halloween. And my idea for the leaves, we've got lots of small details, was just to sort of colour the lines like this. I don't know how well you can see. Hold on, just put the lid on my pen. Oh, wrong way. I shall zoom in to the details so you can see, and then the angle won't look so odd either. Come on, little camera. There we go. So what I'm doing is I'm just following Johanna's lines here on the leaf. So I'm not intending on colouring the whole leaf, just this sort of outside bit, and that makes it a bit quicker and easier. Now, I'm not very good at staying in lines. Oh, my voice, I don't know what's going on with it, which probably needs the cup of tea that I've made and haven't yet drunk. I'm not good at staying in lines, which makes me quite unconfident when I'm using pens, but I just thought I would go for it anyway. We've got a lot of leaves going on this page. You could use different shades of green if you think that would work better. Now, this one hasn't got a line drawn, so I'm just going to make one up. There, and try it. Now, when you've tried this, if you think the rest of it needs filling in, of course you can. You can do that with a pencil or a pen. You need a very sharp pencil on this small detailed page. I'm just checking you're still in shot. That'll be a bit embarrassing, wouldn't it? There we go. This pen looks really dark on my screen. It is a very dark green, so but it looks almost black, but it isn't black. I've just drawn on my finger. It's just, I'm brilliant with pen. My next colour with the orange, I was thinking these mushrooms, toadstools or whatever we might like to call them. Now I'm thinking I'd quite like to graduate the colour, but I don't know if I can do that or not, so I'm just going to try. So I've never tried this before. I'm just experimenting on camera with you. So we'll see. I think I'm going to put a yellow layer down first. Now, I've seen this done with gel pens, but never with fine liners, where someone managed to mix two gel pens together when they were still wet. Now, this fine liner is going to dry really quickly, so I don't think they're not going to mix, but we'll see what we can do. See, there's no way that I can put down less if I press lighter, so I'm just going to see if it looks any good if I do several different colours together like that. I'm going to leave that there. Maybe if I now get my yellow, I sort of splodge it over the edge. Can I mix that a little bit? That blends a little bit in. The only problem with doing this is you risk, if you're layering it up too much, it could go through to the other side. It has, look. If you can see there, look, it's gone through to the other side. So maybe that wasn't a very good idea. forget, I'm going to put a bit of red on the end anyway. So maybe if you've got lots of fine liners, you could just graduate the colour without overlapping. You wouldn't get such a mess. But there's that. It does look okay, but yeah, it's gone through. So be careful, don't over wet it. So all those, I do all those the same. Now with my purple, I'm going to do the flowers. Sorry, I realise I'm zooming my book around. It's probably making me feel ever so sick. I'm sorry. So with the flowers, I'm just going to do the petals in this purple. Now you could do this in pencil, of course, as I said, if you've got a sharp pencil. Now I'm really struggling to see this. I do wear specs. I've got varifocals, and I quite often struggle to see close up through my specs, and I have to just put my head almost on the paper and look through my eyes rather than the specs. Now the centre of these I want to do yellow. I'm going to show you on this one, because if my purple is still wet, when I apply the yellow they'll run into each other and it will look messy. So yellow in the middle, I'm thinking. Now black pen, spider, we have the spider here. I'm sorry if anyone isn't a fan of spiders. What I'm going to do is around the edge of the spider, Johanna has drawn a little cross-hatchy pattern, and I'm going to leave that not black, leave that as she's drawn it. So I think that looks pretty cool as it is, and then just fill all the white spaces with black pen. Now with your black, be really careful, because this is, the more intense the colour, the more likely I think it's going to go through. Though the green didn't go through, it's just because I wetted the yellow a lot, I think. So there's our spider. And what else have we got? Teeth and trees. See, the trees are a bit tricky because we can go around the edge of the leaves and things, and I think it's going to work. Obviously I'm going to try it and I shall show you at the end. And what I will do is, if anything goes horribly wrong, I will record a little extra bit at the end to talk to you about it. But I'm hoping it'll all work. But the tree, you see, it doesn't, if I go around the edge, I'll just show you, I don't think it's going to look very good. So I think I might just fill in the whole thing. Now the tree has got a trunk as well, which normally I would colour in brown, but I'm not going to introduce the brown. I think I will just colour it in black, because keeping this limited Halloween style colouring thing. You see, and then if I do a few of the lines on it, I don't think that's going to look brilliant. So I think I'm going to have to colour in the whole tree. Now, colouring in with fine liners when you've got a big area is quite tricky. It doesn't always look very neat. If you've got a felt pen, it might be better, like a thicker tipped pen. I do, but I'm trying to remember where it is. I'm not sure. It's certainly not within quick grabbing distance, so I'm just doing this, and you'll see I've left lots of white bits and it's quite messy like that, but I don't want to go over it too much because of fear of it bleeding through, so I'm just going to leave it. Okay, I'm going to do those yellow middles now, because I think that purple has had enough time to dry. There we go. I'm going to do the ones on the other side as well, might as well. Don't think I'm going to do anything else very yellow, but we do have the teeth. Now I think it's quite fun to do them gold. I don't know why. I've got a gold pen. This is actually a just a Wilko brand gold pen, and I'm just going to go over the whole of the teeth. I'm going to sort of ignore the pattern that Johanna's drawn, just do them completely gold. I think it's quite fun. Now if you're using gel pens for this rather than fine liners, you'll probably find they're less likely to leak through. I always think they're a bit better, but you may not agree. Try your pens on the test page first, and what I do when I'm trying out pens on the test page, obviously I didn't do it today, is I do one layer and then I do another test area with 2 layers, and then another with 3 and another with 4, and then I check on the back and see how many layers I can do until it starts bleeding through. Now I can tell you for me that's about 3, but for you it might be different because it depends on how heavy-handed you are when you're pressing down on the nib of your pen, and obviously it will vary too depending on the brand of the pen. So you need to do the test yourself, and I know it's hard. I don't like my test pages having little scribbles and bits and bobs all over them. I would prefer them to remain blank, but they are there for testing purposes, and you might regret it if you don't try, unless you're happy to forfeit the picture on the back, which I am, because I've it's only a little one on the back of here, and I've it's a video that I've done. I've got photos of it and things like that, so I wasn't too worried, although I didn't expect it to go through the back, but hey ho, that's life. I'm not going to stress about it. It's colouring, it's supposed to be fun. Now I'm relaxing. Now that looks really nasty in this light. Hang on, let's pull my light a bit closer. It is gold, but it doesn't look shiny. That's really weird. The pen's coming to the end of the pen. I don't know if it's to do with that. Anyway, I'm going to do a bit of silver. Let me just push my light away a bit. That's blinding me. Now I've got a silver Posca pen here, which I can't find in my pen pot, which I think would be quite fun. I just got to stand up. It's gone right to the bag. So here's the Posca pen in silver, and I'm going to do, and the little bit under the teeth here, look, in silver, and the bit that goes up here. Now I have seen this skull done in amazing ways. Now if you want a few different ideas, you go on Pinterest or on Johanna's gallery on her website or various places, but I've seen someone draw in eyes in the eye sockets in a really realistic way, and although it was brilliant, it was super scary. Really scary. I've seen fire drawn in the gaps, which I thought was really inspired. Just to put my arm around that way, sorry, and shadow the light a bit. I have seen just black pastel smudged all around, which I thought was really good. Something I have considered for this page, but I'm not sure yet. So I'm going to do a little bit more on some of the other leaves to show you what to do. So this one here has got no outline, so I'm just going to do an outline. I'm going to try and make it about as thick as this one here. Because this green is quite dark, I don't think you'll be able to tell that I just made that up and that it wasn't there, and actually I don't mind if you can. You know, I'm just using a bit of a different colouring technique. And it also makes it quite quick, although I won't do the whole of this page in this video because you'll get bored of seeing me colour the same leaves. I can do that little one fully, it's so small. It should be quite a quick one to colour, which I think is fun. Sometimes it's nice to have a little one to do really quickly. Now of course you can use if you're using the full-size picture, you might want to use pencils and do a bit more detailing, and if you might want to anyway, even though this is small. So you might want to do a few different shades of green. They're in the polychromos sets, for example. There are quite a few bluey greens that would work. You've got your deep cobalt green, and then hooker's green, and your dark phthalo green, and I think there's a fiery green as well. And they're all quite good. Emerald is always quite good for Halloween as well. So there's quite a good selection. So you can see how I've done those, and I'll show you this one as well. So this one again, it's got outlining at the bottom but not at the top. So I'm going to start with the easier part for me, which is the bits that are done with the outline. And then do these larger ones. Gosh, it's such a beautiful day today. It's sunny, it's chilly. I love a chilly sunny day. I've been out, walked along the canal path. It rained really hard overnight and all the leaves were glistening in the sunshine. Really beautiful. The only drawback was every time I walked under a tree, the wind seemed to blow and I got absolutely soaked. I felt like I was having a cold shower, which I'd already had this morning, funnily, because when I stepped in the shower head decided to drip cold water all over me as I got in. It was lovely. But anyway, it woke me up and it was just so lovely. And it was really peaceful along there because I went out early and it was just a few people. And there was a couple of moorhens having a right old fight. But apart from that, and now going down here, I'm not going to demonstrate all of it, but I think for this leaf, I'll go around the edge and then just do around that bit. I'll just show you one. I don't want you to think I haven't shown you enough to get you going, but on the other hand, I don't want to bore you silly by showing you too much, you see. So just that. These little ones I'll fill in. That one I won't, but I will with those other little ones. With these grasses or pieces, I will go outline like that and then outline like that. I'm not at all accurate. It would have looked better if I'd taken slightly more time. I shall fill in the whole of these grasses and the outline of these. That's all quite straightforward. Up here the same really. These are probably, look, can you see? Yeah. Do the inside of that bit and then just outline the outside like that. And let's have a look. Yeah, I think I'm going to stop now. I'm going to finish it and I shall put you a photo up of the finished thing. As I say, my green looks really dark in the camera. It isn't quite that dark, and the gold does shine a little bit more than that, but maybe we'll put a bit of glittery gold on there. But when I've finished, I'll have a look and see what I think it needs. And I'll come back on, actually. I won't say goodbye now. I'll come back on and I'll talk you through what I've done, and hopefully then you can copy it if you want to. Hi, I am back now. I have been finishing off our skull as I said I would. Now as you can see, there is a lot of green on this one. There's lots of leaves, so if you did want to do something a little bit different, you could do different shades of green if you felt that was too much. So I think it's nice to see how much green there really is. I'm also not very happy with these teeth. They don't really stand out very well. However, I was having a look. I've got some glitter pens. I've got these hybrid dual metallic pens, and I've got this silver one, but I don't have a gold. I've used it all up. So I'm going to use this other glitter pen. This is a Uniball Signo gold glitter pen, but I don't know if there's even any left in here. Gold is really a favourite colour of mine, and I need to get some more. Oh, that is working. I don't know how well you can see. Let's zoom in a little bit, and you can just have a look and see what difference it makes when there's a bit of sparkle on there. You can definitely see the difference. Look at that. So I'm just going to glitter up the teeth. I've actually moved my camera now so that the angle is flatter. It means that I can't really see what I'm doing. So I'm hoping that I'm doing it right, because the light is now shining off the original gold and I can't really see if I'm staying in the lines very well. I'm just hoping that I am. Now I think this would probably be easier as a whole picture to do in gel pens, maybe, rather than the, I don't know if this is a gel pen, anyway, rather than fine liners, but as I don't have very many, only that one gold that I used for these teeth, I can't really try it. It is something I'm thinking of getting, gel pens. I have popped some on my wish list, but I'm a bit scared of them at the same time, so I think we need to join them up. Get a bit more colour now. You're going to have to excuse me while I actually look at these closely. I think I've just about covered them. Again, it depends on the angle, but you can see it quite shiny, even though they're blurred. There we go. Now for the mushroom centres, I'm going to use this silver one that I showed you before with these white bits on them, because I think they look quite fun with a bit of sparkle. You could, you don't have to do this, but it's up to you. I think it just makes it look a bit more fun. I mean, I know Halloween, it can be scary if you want to make it scary, but it can be fun. In the UK here, whoops, I missed there, didn't I? We don't really do, well, some people do Halloween. My friend does, she has huge parties and stuff. But I personally don't. I'm going to do that bit of the spider. Do you remember we didn't do the outside? She has parties and things. It's a lot of fun with it. There you go, look, sparkle, sparkle. I've never have. The flower centres, I'm going to go over in the gold glitter pen. So yeah, I mean, her daughter's quite old now, she may not do them anymore, but she used to have the whole street round. Obviously it's not been easy to do that. And this silver bit, I'm going to go over with the silver glitter. But I've never really, my parents never did it with me. I was always a bit scared by it when I was a child, so I didn't worry. I know when I was little, people would come round, kids would come round penny for the guy. That's Guy Fawkes. I don't know if they do, you do bonfire night in any other country of the world apart from the UK. It's basically 5th of November, we have fireworks. So kids used to come round with a stuffed figure and ask for money to pay for fireworks, really. There you go, look. So I shall zoom out so you can see the whole thing, but we didn't really have trick-or-treaters coming around at all. I think my grandfather, I took the paper out so you can see it, had one in his whole life come round to his house. You can see the other picture. Look, I made it very autumnal, the oak leaves and spider and things, but now we've got our skull. So anyway, I am doing a few Halloween pictures just because I think it's fun, and I know a lot of people do celebrate it. It's just something a little bit different and a new challenge to play with. There we go. I don't know whether it's better like that, so you can see the sparkle, or flat. It doesn't normally sit very flat, does it? Anyway, but there he is. There will be some more Halloween themed tutorials and things, just because I've got skulls and things and I just think it's a bit of fun. So I used a variation of different pens. I will put links to most of them. I'm not going to bother with the Wilko one. That's from a high street shop. I think they do have a website. Anyway, I shall put links to the other ones because they're a bit more specialist. And so have a think, see if you want to have a go. I think it's quite fun. Thank you very much for watching and happy colouring.